Hey classical families, it's Mr. Suleiman here. I'm here to show you guys a couple of stretches that you can do in your house. You should do them when you wake up, you should do them before you go to bed, but things to get your bodies nice and loose. If you sleep wrong, if you just played outside in the park, if certain parts are tight, I'm going to show you a few stretches that I normally do that are full body that work on loosening up those stretches. So first I'm going to start with lower body. I'm sitting down. It can be on a mat, it can be on your carpet, it can be on whatever, but there's a few stretches I like to do that focus mainly on the quads, the hamstrings, and just working on loosening up your lower back, okay? So the first one we're gonna do is toe touches, sitting toe touches. These are extremely important. It's important that you breathe. Every time you inhale and exhale, you reach further to the part that you're stretching on. So we're gonna start off by doing toe touches for 10 to 15 seconds, okay? So I'm gonna reach for my toes. I'm gonna put my head down. When I breathe in, I breathe out. I reach a little further, so I stretch out a little bit more. When I breathe in, breathe out, reach a little bit further. This way you keep the tension in your muscle and you're stretching that muscle out. Do it again, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, during the last time you hold it for about 5 seconds. And then you straighten your body out. You repeat this 2 or 3 times, okay, to make sure that you're working on getting those hamstrings nice and loose, okay? Another one we can do is butterflies. Scholars love this exercise. You simply just put both of your feet together like this. You bring your feet close to you. You hold the bottom of your feet with your hands. You breathe in, breathe out. And as you breathe out, you simply take your arms and you press down and you try to open up your hip flexors as much as you can. Put pressure by pushing your arms down. Breathe in, breathe out. Once you do this, I want you to repeat this exercise, this breathing technique about 3 or 4 times to make sure your hips are nice and loose. Okay, now we can go to another part, which is also working on your hamstrings. We can do individual toe touches. So you can put one leg in here. You can reach with the opposite arm, but I like to reach with the arm that is parallel to the foot, to the leg I'm using. So this way you can really get a full stretch. So you reach down, place the opposite arm on your leg so you can help pull yourself forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Now at this time, you are also stretching out your hamstring, but your target area here is your lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. And then you reach down as much as you can and you stretch out that lower back, okay? You do this about 3 or 4 times, you switch. Reach down, same thing. Breathe in, breathe out. Stretch out that lower back. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold for 5 seconds. Come back up and repeat 3 or 4 times, okay? So now that we've done toe touches, butterflies, and individual, now we can lay on our backs and we can try to also stretch out our quads and our hamstrings, okay? So the quads are the front of the leg, the hamstrings are the back. We're gonna lay down. We're gonna take our knee and we're gonna pull our knee as close to our bodies as possible. Make sure you're constantly breathing while you do this. Deep breaths. As you breathe out, you pull that target muscle closer to you. One more time. Okay, and then you switch. One more. Now this is good. Now you can take both legs and you can squeeze both of them at the same time. Bring it up. Bring your knees in your chest. Squeeze. Release the tension. Bring them back. Squeeze.
Release the tension.
Okay, now that's really good for also loosening up your hamstrings, your quads, and also working on your lower back. Now, if you have a tight lower back, and I normally have this a lot after working out, here are 2 things you can do to loosen up your lower back. First thing we're gonna work on is just laying flat on our bellies. And as you lay flat on your belly, you're simply just gonna press your hands up while the rest of your body is still on the ground. So my upper body has went forward, has lifted up. I'm gonna place it back down, make sure I'm breathing. Press your upper body up, my lower body is still staying down. And come back down. You can repeat this 3 or 4 times. It's really good. Keep tension on the lower back, but do not strain yourself. So if you feel a pain at any time during any of these exercises, I advise you to stop and to do another one, okay? Another one to stretch out our waists and our lower backs are to also, we can go back into the lying down position.
We can take our knee, we can go from this position to pulling it over to the side. If you do not have the flexibility to bring your leg all the way over like this, right here is good. As long as there's tension, you can loosen your back. Hold for about 3 seconds, release, bring it back. Hold for about 3 seconds, release. Repeat the same step with the opposite leg, okay?
So now that we've gotten our lower bodies nice and loose, I'm gonna show you 2 more exercises that focus on your quads and hamstrings. And these are important because running and jumping, if these muscles are tight and they're not loose, it can actually cause injury. So the more you stretch these muscles, the more elastic they are, like a rubber band. Just think about your muscles being rubber bands, and the stronger and elastic they are, then the easier it will be for you to prevent injury. Now, simple toe touches work on your hamstrings, which is really good. So what you want to do is you want to keep your feet maybe shoulder length apart. You want to reach down as much as you can, right? So if you can't touch your toes like this, you can go down as far as you can. You're going to take a deep breath. And then when you exhale, you reach further down.
Keep your head down at all times. Breathe in. Breathe out.
You want to keep your legs straight and keep the tension on your hamstrings to get these guys nice and loose. Okay, another thing we can do is really simple. It's also good to open up our quads and our hamstrings is you can sit down and you can put pressure in a seated position like this. You can place your elbows here and you can push your legs out, open and close them. This opens up your hips and this also helps a lot with mobility, okay? So far we've done exercises that work on your lower body and I hope this was very helpful for you. Okay, let's continue and let's do some upper body stretching. I'm sitting down. You can do these standing or sitting up. I'm sitting down because it's just a little more comfortable for me actually. But these exercises are pretty good to loosen up and to stretch out your upper body. A lot of times, a lot of people don't stretch out their necks, and I think that's extremely important. So what you can do is lightly pull your neck from side to side. So you're gonna put light pressure, tilt your head over. If you feel a strain or pressure in your neck, do not pull it further, hold it there, release, bring it back again, hold it there, release, and bring it back one more time. And then you do the opposite side. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome. Now that we did that, you can also just turn your head from side to side, slight pressly on your jaw. Just tilt your head this way, press a little bit, and then you can do the opposite side. Try both times, both sides 3 times, okay? Also with our shoulders, we want to do shoulder shrugs. We can rotate our shoulders inward. Do this for about 15 seconds. Then after you've done that, you rotate your shoulders outward. Do that for about 15 seconds, okay? So now we worked on the neck, which is extremely important, the shoulders, and now we're gonna start actually using our arms, okay? So the first thing I want us to do is I want us to pull our arms to the side. This is stretching out our shoulders and our mobility. So we're gonna take, I'm gonna take my right arm, I'm gonna put it across, and I'm gonna take my left arm right where my elbow is. I'm gonna pull my arm while keeping my right arm straight out. So I'm pulling and I'm stretching my body to the side. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Then you're gonna do the exact opposite with the other arm. Pull, hold for 10 seconds. Make sure your arms are straight. Make sure you're pulling and you're stretching your body, okay? Now, another thing we can do is we can turn our bodies to the side as well while we do it, but let's engage our legs this time, okay? So now I'm gonna take my right leg, cross it over my left one, and I'm going to take my left elbow and place it behind my right leg, and I'm going to push. And what this is doing is it's stretching out my whole back and my shoulder. Hold for 10 seconds, switch, place your knee up here. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was my back cracking. It means I'm doing something right. Okay, now after we've done that, let's go back to the arms, okay? Now you can actually stretch out your triceps by putting, same thing, right hand, you're gonna bend it in the, try to reach and touch our shoulder as much as we can. Take our elbow, take our left hand and pull this arm back. You should feel it in your shoulder and your tricep. This is your tricep. Hold for 10 seconds, then you switch and you pull over on the other side, okay? Now our triceps are loose. Now we're gonna do some arm circles. Make sure I don't hit anything. Put our arms out. We're gonna circle our arms forward, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and backwards. Then we're gonna focus on something called trunk twist. Our scholars love this. It's cooler to do it standing up, but you're gonna take your arms, put them out like this, and twist your body. Make sure you feel that stretch in your whole back, your whole shoulders. You can feel it everywhere. We're gonna do that 10 each side, okay? So those are a couple of stretches that help loosen up your body. And then to get the blood flowing, I'll show you a video, and that's coming up next. All right, hope this has been helpful. Once again, I'm Mr. Suleiman. Miss you guys, and I hope you guys are having fun at home.